with this episode of Coffee with Kevin with Holly Baker.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Having coffee with her because she is actually in town this summer filming a new HGTV show that is quasi yet to be named, so you don't have the name yet.
So we're unnamed as of yet. Last year we had a little ditty called Big Easy Reno on HGTV where we were renovating a shotgun. And so this year we're back and we're helping homeowners do their own shotguns. Actually I have a Creole cottage we're doing as well, but I don't know, it's exciting. I love houses, I love the architecture in New Orleans, and so yeah, we're having a good time.
So this is you're doing this show at HGTV here in New Orleans, and it's so interesting, especially here at St. Roch. The building is so cool, and like I just love like when we go out to eat somewhere. I'm born and raised here, and I still like I'll take a zigzag way I didn't know just to like look at the architecture. I think the architecture here is amazing. Is that what for you to bring that to a national audience, I just think is just so cool.
So I love New Orleans because like everything is treasured here. Nobody tosses, and renovations are important to preserving the history. But people are excited about preserving that. They don't want new. They want character and story, and they want their home to tell their story as well as the history of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I know. My wife and I are house hunting for a bigger house, and
I heard.
And she's always like, I want to make sure the house has a story, and I'm like, well, me.
That's so special because they're very special stories, and preserving them is critical.
So who's the coolest person you're working with at the moment on the show?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard. Okay, so we do a lot of adventures. We do little field trips for every house, and so far we've done like everything from really cool carpenters who come on site and help me like do like build-ins to we went to Tommy, a plaster guy who's helping us restore a ceiling medallion in one of the houses, and I got to actually cast a piece of the medallion. It was just missing a portion. So I learned all about like plaster restoration and how some of these are like one nice piece. Some of these medallions are like puzzles of 40, 50 pieces that have to each individually be cast. Yeah.
So the show doesn't. That's fun. It doesn't have a name. So in the comment section, you can play around with.
Name an HGTV show.
You can name the show.
Yes.
You're into Holly, so.
Not
at home, not Holly's in your house. It's a little kind of creepy.
I've heard some funny ones. I'm like, is it day or night when I'm in the house? Because it could be like really fun or weird. I don't know. Yeah, there's some really cool ones floating around, but we really want New Orleans in the name.
In the name.
Because that's the star of the show.
Holly Fleur-de-Lis or something like that.
Sure. Hey, I love it.
So you actually got on to doing like hosting your own HTV show. HGTV show.
Yeah.
Because
it's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful. Because of social media and your Instagram.
Social media is amazing. Like I originally started by renovating
my own house. You're huge on Instagram. You're an Instagram celebrity.
I don't understand it. I'm not interesting at all. I just like taking pictures of like pretty stuff. So.
But that's Instagram.
I guess so,
That is Instagram. That's
it's all glossy and beautiful, and then hidden in a corner is like a pile of like garbage, and as long as it's out of sight, it's out of mind.
As long as it's not in the picture, right?
Right. But yeah, I did our own house, and I have a passion for it, so I took pictures of it. I shared it on my Instagram, my blog. And a photographer was like, hey, can I take some pictures and send them to a magazine, which we did. And 6 months later, I got a call from HGTV, and they're like, hey, would you like to maybe work on a TV show?
Wow.
I was like, I've never thought about it, but
okay.
That sounds like an adventure I can't turn down.
That is so crazy that social media like goes into like actual television.
It's just like a big snowball that keeps growing, and every time we like.
And the fact that you're here on my little dinky program, I really appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, not at all. It's not dinky, and it's fun, and that's all I do. I like if it's fun, I think that's the enjoyment for me. Like doing a TV show for me is fun.
And then, so one of the things we always do, or at least I stop the conversation to talk about just for a second, is whatever coffee you're drinking.
Okay, cool.
You've got your cafe au lait coffee and chicory.
With some chicory in here, which is like a New Orleans, very southern thing, right?
Yes, you need. When my guy was doing the cabinets and that, I only let him drink coffee and chicory because like. I want to make sure, like, you get the brackets right.
Right.
And if you don't drink coffee and chicory, you're not.
This is the fuel for renovators. Like, I actually had like the best day ever yesterday. We were filming for, like, we film for 12 hours in a day, so very long. On hot days, we don't have air conditioning.
Yes.
So
you
it's
picked
long
a bad
and hot.
time of year.
I know, we did. I'm
filming.
like, we do this in the winter. But I insist every morning, in my One Diva request is to have coffee. And so our production crew always actually brings post roast
cool.
to set.
That's
and it's
awesome.
like 120 and everyone's got their iced coffee and I'm sitting here with like my hot cup of coffee. I can't get anything done. I'm jumble and mumble comes out of my lips till I have that coffee.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm gonna make sure I'll send Harry to set with your.
The more the merrier.
I'll send you to the set to bring them coffee.
Do a coffee run for us?
Do a coffee run, yeah.
I usually need like 2 or 3 pick-me-ups throughout the day. It's a long day.
And so you're you're not from here, but that's fine because, like I said, I think New Orleans is a port city. This is my little editorial for a second.
Thank you. Yeah.
New Orleans is a port city. It has changed over time since its inception, and that's really what makes it special. In architecture and anything that we do.
Right.
But you're from Canada, which is fun because, we have such a Cajun, Acadiana, we have such a French connection, but we have a very Canadian connection.
We have a tie, for sure. I actually, my great-grandparents are American, and they came up to Canada from the South.
Okay.
Not from New Orleans, but, there is a long-standing tradition between the two, whether it's law or some of the architecture. It's there's these, little similarities from the north to this really far southern city. But, yeah, when they said, pick a cool city, go anywhere, the first place that came to mind was New Orleans because I love old houses and you cannot find much older.
This is the old. They got some of the oldest operating bars in the French Quarter and stuff. So I love living here, and every time I go somewhere else, I'm bored.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's one of the most exciting parts of New Orleans is that every person here is so invigorated by their own city and so passionate about it. Everybody's an ambassador and they take so much pride in the city, which is amazing.
It's so cool.
I love it.
Well, thank you so much for coming to have coffee with me, and it's so super cool.
We'll do a cheers.
Cheers.
A coffee cheers.
And I can't wait to find out what the show's going to be named and all that kind of stuff.
Said, sound off.
We'll keep it. We'll keep in touch.
When we air this fall, I hope everyone can tune in.
We'll have the name of the show. I'll put it in the comments.
Thank you.
The show is called. Blah, 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 blah.
Thank you so much
for
having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care. Have a good one. All right. Bye.
Bye.